Plastics. We depend on it. Now, we're drowning in it. Hello, I'm Odessa Mora. Let me share to you my advocacy sees the plastics. But first, let's define first what is plastic. Plastics is the term generally used to portray a wide scope of synthetic or semi-synthetic materials that are utilized in a gigantic and developing scope of utilizations. The term plastic is gotten from the Greek word plasticos, which means fit for molding. Plastics are utilized every day, all through the world. Wherever you look, you will discover plastics. We utilize plastics items to help make our lives cleaner, simpler, more secure, and increasingly pleasant. We discover plastics in the garments we wear, the houses we live in, the plastic syringe we use in clinics, and some recreational stuff. A lot of what we have today would not be conceivable without plastics. They are convenient. They are durable and reusable. Also, it takes 91% less energy to recycle a pound of plastic than it takes to recycle a pound of paper. Basically, plastics can be created with essentially any mix of properties to oblige practically any application you can consider. Because of these alluring properties, plastics are progressively being utilized in various parts of life. 500 billion to 1 trillion plastic bags are used every year worldwide. A single plastic bag can take 20 to 1,000 years to degrade. Plastic bags remain toxic even after they break down. Every square mile of ocean has about 46,000 pieces of plastic floating in it, 70% of which finds its way to the ocean floor, where it will likely never degrade. A whopping 91% of plastic is not recycled. 4 billion plastic bags end up as litter annually. If we tied the plastic bags together, it would circle the Earth 63 times. That is approximately 1,792,000 miles. Plastic waste took up to 1,000 years to decompose, and the water bottle that we keep on buying needs 450 years to completely decompose, while plastic straws also take as long as 200 years to degrade, yet will never be completely off the Earth. Clearly, plastic have advantages and disadvantages. Plastic offers us the chance to address a great deal of our needs in a lot simpler, more secure, and increasingly efficient ways. On the other hand, plastic pollution from plastic waste or microplastics have affected we humans, animals, nature, and even our economy in various ways. Besides from traffic, plastic pollution is an environmental issue that needs an immediate attention, specifically here in Manila. A simple walk on any beach or highways, plastic waste is present. All over the world or in the Philippines, the statistics are ever growing. Tons of plastic debris, waste that can vary in sizes from large containers, fishing nets, to microscopic plastic pellets, or even particles is discarded every year, everywhere, polluting the lands, river, coast, beaches, and oceans. In the meantime, ocean plastic is evaluated to kill a huge number of marine creatures. Almost 700 species, including jeopardized ones, are known to have been influenced by it. Some are hurt unmistakably, choked by reliquous fishing nets, or dispose of six-pack rings. A lot more are most likely hurt imperceptibly. Marine species of all sizes, from zooplankton to whales, presently eat microplastics.
Have you heard about the news that a young whale died with 88 pounds of plastic in its stomach?
Did you know the whale was found in the Davao Gulf of the Philippines? It's really alarming to know this.
Imagine, we have 7,641 islands in our country full of plastics in them. Disgusting, right?
Then, our aquatic animals and the livelihood of our fishermen will be greatly affected. According to Rappler, the Philippines was ranked the third top source of plastic leaking into ocean in a February 2015 study. It's ranked after China and Indonesia. The country generates 2.7 million metric tons of plastic garbage each year, 20% or 521,000 tons of which ends up in the ocean.
Katulog, gawa nga po yun sa basura. Pag uulan,
In the Philippines, a country of 103 million people with high levels of poverty, products sold in a single-use sachets include instant coffee, shampoo, cooking oil, food seasoning, and toothpaste. These low-value disposable sachets usually end up in landfill or as litter or marine debris. The Philippines contributed 1.88 billion tons of mismanaged plastic waste each year, with Thailand, Vietnam, and Malaysia. The problem is expected to worsen as these countries' growing economies lead to rise. The miracle material has made modern life possible, but more than 40% of it is used just once, and it's choking our waterways. As a student and a citizen of this country, I felt the need to help about this sad issue and not turn into a blind eye. While seeing all the posts and articles in the social media, I realized that I'm one of these contributors of this conflict. By just simply saying, it's just only a one straw. A one straw that I use in drinking milk tea or shakes. One straw. And with the accumulation of ones, it turns into millions. From millions to billions. So instead of complaining and blaming people, we need to stop being hypocrite. Instead of pointing finger to others, we need to point it to ourselves first and start doing something. That's why I came up with this advocacy, Seize the Plastics, or more like, Seize the Plastic Straws. Going ahead, rather than disparaging plastic through and through, we might look at how we can extract maximum benefits out of plastic. Rather than point at plastic as a sole issue, it may be the manner in which we use or utilize plastic. As much as we want to eradicate plastics, I think it will be really hard. However, we can minimize it like proper waste management, reusing or recycling it, and minimizing the use of plastics just by simply using eco bag than plastic bags. The frequently use of straws only contribute to plastic waste, which can be harmful to the environment as the said material takes a very long time to break down and never biodegrades naturally. Also, it is not good for our health because it contains harmful chemicals like bisphenol A, or also known as BPA. Thus, I encourage everyone, especially the youth, to use metal straw than plastic straw. Thus, I encourage everyone, especially the youth, who's fond of cafes or milk teas, to use metal straws than plastic straws. Metal straws are environmental friendly and toxic free. It is reusable, therefore, it minimizes the use of plastic straws. Picking a straw is the same with picking a friend or a companion. Avoid the toxic ones and avoid plastics. Pick the genuine ones. We need our planet as much as it needs us. Be a part of change, not the cause. Let us all seize the plastics. No to plastic straws. And yes to metal straws. Thank you.
Two sticks against each other and they stand up because they support each other. Take one away and the other falls. They interdepend. And so in exactly that way, we and our environment and all of us and each other are interdependent systems.
Used to know you, but I don't know you now. Everything's getting so blurry now. Vision hurting, I can't stand the look of you now. Everything's different. Yeah, I heard you moving back from out of town. Yeah, I heard you traveling all these miles and miles. Trying to get back to my love, but it's harder now.